This is a follow-up video on the video I did about snail mail. So I got a lot of comments on that. A lot of people chimed in. One of the big things is everyone was saying anything that has your name and address on it, you should be shredding. And honestly, that's why a lot of my seniors hold on to this mail, is because they're worried. Oh, this has my name and address on it. Newsflash for you, your name and address is on the internet. So if you're just holding on to something just because it has your name and address on it, stop doing that. Some people had some really great suggestions. They suggested, one woman said that she has a black ink roller. She just blacks out the name. Magic marker will do the same thing. So if you're worried about that, just use the marker, scratch out your name. The only things you really need to shred are, say, if you get an offer in the mail for a credit card. You'll want to take the piece of paper that's like the application. You don't have to shred the whole thing, the envelope and everything else, just the part where they're offering you the credit card. The other thing is if you get statements and it's got your name and address and your account number on there, those are things you want to shred. A lot of people got really wound up. Why aren't you recycling things? Well, years ago, I lived out in the boonies. We didn't have trash pickup. We burned our trash. Now, if you had vegetable scraps, that went in your compost pile. We did set aside like tin cans, aluminum cans, glass bottles, plastic jugs, things like that. And periodically you'd run to the landfill and they had bins there where you could put everything in. But the rest of our stuff, it got burned. We had a 5-gallon drum and you'd poke holes in the bottom for water drainage, holes around the side for airflow, and everything got burned. And I had a few relatives who didn't have that, so they would save up bags of stuff and periodically they'd visit me and say, here's a bag of trash, could you burn this for me, please? Then we moved to a condo, so there was trash pickup there and recycling, which was really great. We didn't have to run it to the landfill. And I used to take my brown paper bags and I put all my newspapers in there and I flattened cardboard boxes and scrap paper from the office. Everything went in there. Mail that I didn't have to shred. Everything went in there. I was very meticulous about my recycling till I realized that the trash guys, every time they came, were picking up that bag of paper and throwing it in the trash truck with all the regular trash. So they weren't recycling that. They were just taking the rest. The development I'm in now, we have specific places for trash and for recyclables, but all they'll take is corrugated cardboard, aluminum cans, tin cans, glass bottles, and some of your plastic jugs. They don't want the paper. So while it sounds great to recycle, it all depends on where you live, what your municipality, what your state does. So recycling's great, but it doesn't always work out that way. Oh, and the one other thing people ask me is, why did I always rip everything in half when I threw it in the trash? I thought about that. I don't know. My mom used to do that. So I guess I do it because my mom did it.